The most beautiful islands in the world. Whether it's for their white sand beaches, for their blue seas, or for their exotic jungles, paradisiacal islands are usually the favorite destinations for tourists from all around the world. Here we present you the 10 most beautiful islands you must visit at least once in your life. Number 10. Viti Levu. It is the largest island in Fiji, a Pacific Ocean country famous for its amazing beaches. There are two large cities, Suva and Nadi. Viti Levu is known as the Garden Island thanks to its lush jungles and waterfalls combined with beautiful white sand beaches. Both nature and the culture of this place make it one of the most striking enclaves in the world. Its highlights are places like the Coral Coast and the Pacific Harbor, where tourists pay to dive and feed sharks, all this without a cage in between. As if this adventure wasn't enough, visitors can go rafting on the Navua River. In Suva, the Sacred Heart Cathedral is a must-go because exotic plants grow around it. In Nadi, the Hindu temple of Sri Siva Subramania Swami, painted in striking colors, is also an obligated visit. Number 9. Capri. Capri is an island located near the coast of Naples in Italy. The first image you will have of it is the cozy port of Mariana Grande, at the foot of a steep mountain, bathed by the enchanting waters of the Mediterranean. From there, it is possible to take a funicular to the city of Capri, located in the upper area of the island. The old town is quite relaxing, and a small square called La Piazzetta stands out, where you can take beautiful pictures of the island and even see the coast of Naples. Other interesting places are the Church of San Stefano, the Santa Sofia Church, and the Barbarossa Corsair Castle. If you like history, you should not miss visiting Villa Jovis, where the Emperor Tiberius spent the last 11 years of his life. However, all these architectural wonders are nothing compared to the natural monuments offered by the island, especially the Blue Grotto, which is a partially submerged cave which can be accessed by boat. Below the surface, there is a tunnel through which the sunlight enters. It gives the water an amazing blue color, the definition of a natural wonder. Number 8. La Dejeu. The Seychelles is an archipelago composed of more than 115 tiny islands located in the east of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. They are so small that together they don't even exceed the size of Ibiza. The most beautiful is the island of La Dejeu, which is barely 3.8 square miles, and due to its size, cars are not used, only carriages pulled by oxen and bicycles. It is famous because on its shores, granite rocks match the crystal clear water. The Source d'Argent beach is described in the Book of Guinness Records as the most photographed beach, and the beach of Grand Anse is coveted by the surfers for the quality of its waves. The island has a population of 2,000 people who live in 2 villages. The rest of the island remains uninhabited and is the ideal environment for tourists looking for secluded places. It is the habitat of the second largest giant tortoises in the world after the Galapagos turtles. Also, the island is habituated by rat-tail bats, which are in danger of extinction. It also has beautiful coral reefs where snorkeling is a pleasure. Number 7. St. Lucia. It is a small island of volcanic origin located in the Caribbean. Its capital, Castries, is an important cruise stop since the country attracts thousands of tourists a year because of its landscapes, such as the Bay of Marigot and the Bay of Soufrière, where the Gros Piton and Petit Piton mountains seem to enter the sea. Another thing that makes this island beautiful are the waterfalls such as the Torai, which measures 15 meters high, and the Diamond Falls as well. The interior of the island is full of virgin jungles and undulating fields, along with some volcanoes, such as the Qualabou and the Sulphur Springs crater, where visitors can bathe in mud. As long as there is no eruption, everything will be fine on that island. Number 6. Santorini. Thera or Santorini is a Greek island located on the Aegean Sea. It's an ancient volcano that erupted around the year of 1600 BC and destroyed the island, forming a kind of cauldron, where picturesque villages were built with white wall houses and blue window frames. If you ever visit this place, you'll be surprised by the city of Fira, built on the side of a cliff 853 feet high. There is a port where cruise ships dock, and this connects with the city through a steep road and a cableway. As for restaurants and hotels, the more steep area they're in, the more expensive they are. The beaches that people can't miss are those of Kamari and Parissa. Santorini is also a historical basin, the ruins of the ancient Greek city of Akrotiri, which was buried by the volcano. It constitutes the most important archaeological center of the island. In terms of landscapes, the best sunsets are seen from the town of Hawaii, where the two most characteristic sites of the island are found: the Orthodox churches with blue domes and an impressive sunset that dyes the sea, the sky, and the white walls. Number 5. Bali. It is an island located in Indonesia, famous for having more than 10,000 temples. This is why it has earned the name of the Island of the Gods. There are so many things to see in Bali that it is impossible to explore completely. It is famous for its beaches such as Kuta, which is full of surfers, or the impressive Blue Ocean Beach. The landscape of the island is dominated by volcanoes. The largest one is the Gunung Agung. The interior is full of rice fields, the most famous being the Jatilui crop, which has a stepped shape. Ubud, the most important city of Bali, is full of Hindu temples like the Tirta Empul, where people are purified in pools, and the cave of Goa Gajah, being the entrance to the mouth of a sculpted demon. Tradition tells that the cave was opened by a giant who, with his immense nail, scratched the stone. Outside of the city, Puradala Magung Padang Tenggal, or the Great Temple of Death, is located in the middle of the Forest of the Monkeys, the reason why these primates walk freely between the constructions. Other important centers are Pura Basaka, the Mother Temple, the Water Temple of Chitraganga, Tata Lat, temple located on the beach, and the famous center of Pura Ulun Danu Breton, which is located on an islet of Lake Breton, which waters reflect its towers. The inhabitants of the island go there to pray and make offers to the gods who live in the lake and ask her to keep the rains in good weather. Number 4. Kauai. This volcanic island is the most beautiful in Hawaii, especially if you look at it from Tunnels Beach. The island has such an imposing and wild aspect it was chosen as the setting for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. The constant rain form impressive waterfalls, such as Waialua and those on the slopes of Mount Waialeal, known as the Wall of Tears, which are the wettest place in the world. There is so much humidity in the air that, despite this, the plants do not develop too much because the constant mist prevents the passage of the sun's rays. The most beautiful landscape of Kauai is the impressive coast of Napalai. It has furrow cliffs because of the constant rains. There is no road to it, so those who want to see the place must board a helicopter, a boat, or walk 18 hours through the dangerous road of the Kalalu Valley. The interior of the island is as beautiful as its coasts, especially the Waimea Canyon, known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, which has a depth of 3,600 feet. Number 3. Coco. The Maldives is an archipelago formed by more than 2,000 islands, of which 87 are dedicated entirely to tourism. The most beautiful is the island of Coco, formerly known as Makunufushi. 30 years ago, the German photographer Erich Klemm decided to install a hotel on the island. Now, the whole island belongs to the hotel company Como, which offers a service of high-priced resorts, taking advantage of the beautiful beaches of extremely white sand and transparent waters, on which they have built beautiful cabins that have air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and 40-inch TVs. All of this makes it one of the most expensive destinations, but at the same time, one of the most beautiful and pleasant in the world. It is an outdoor hotel with restaurants, yachts, and diving classes available to the visitors. Number 2. Palawan. This island is the most beautiful in the Asian continent. It belongs to the archipelago of the Philippines and is promoted by the government of this country as a great ecological attraction since it provides an unusual mix of mountains, jungle, and beautiful beaches. Tourists arrive to its coasts to discover the underground river of Sabang, which crosses 5 miles below a great number of stalactites and vats. At the entrance of the cave, there are many monitor monkeys who enjoy taking the belongings of the people. At the end of the route, the underground stream ends up connecting into the sea. The main attraction of Palawan is Baku Bay, which is located next to the island and is full of small rocky islands that are called the Nest, as they are the town from which the boats that make the journey between the cliffs. There are 4 different routes, which lead to places as diverse as the Secret Lagoon, a small beach hidden between the rocks or the coasts of Antalua. The most impressive place in the whole bay is the Matinloc Sanctuary with its black stone cliffs covered with vegetation. Number 1. Bora Bora. Located in the French Polynesia, the island of Bora Bora is one of the most sought-after tourist attractions in the world and a favorite destination for honeymoons. On the main island, it shelters Mount Atamanu, 2,385 feet high, and is surrounded by a barrier of coral reefs that prevent the seawater from mixing with the water of the archipelago, forming a beautiful crystalline lagoon. Visitors can stay in the bungalows built on the sea and enjoy the beautiful beaches of fine sand. If you visit Bora Bora and you're all about finding yourself in nature, you can ride a yacht or go to the Langoonarium, an underwater park where tourists dive with tropical fish, raise, and feed the sharks. In the town of Vatape, the capital of the island, there are restaurants, dance performances, museums, and craft shops. Another of the most important tourist attractions are the Motus, which are small islands of exuberant vegetation, in which you can sunbathe in total privacy. These were the 10 most beautiful islands in the world. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any video. Until next time!